Alright, this is my speedrun for Toy Story on Sega Genesis. I'll just explain a little bit of what I'm doing. So the first jump you want to take here is at this leg, table leg, then another at the bank. You want to slow down a little bit before you jump over the helicopter, or else you'll hit it. If you do hit it, there is a health point that you can take right there, but you risk hitting the train. That's a very quick level. Next one, it's really imperative in this level to go as fast as you can to the right. Take out the blocks for your Rex, but you want to get to Rocky as soon as possible. Right there, he's very close. I made as quick a time as possible, and he was still very close to the blocks. If he hit those blocks, he would turn around, and it would cost me another about 20 seconds, I would say. When you come back, you want to hit the blocks to free with the robot, and just use very light jumps. Don't hold down the C button or the B button, whichever you choose, or else you might miss your chance to get a robot in the toy box. This level is very tricky to speedrun. It requires a lot of memorization. You want to wait for that. You could potentially jump over it, but it's tricky. Do not hold right when you swing to hit that shark. If you hold right, you get hit. If you lose life, you can get that health point right there, but that's up to you. I will take a damage boost right here. Speeds it up. I did try to take the health point right there, and I got hit by the helicopter, unfortunately. And then I got hit by the clown. I should have waited. There's 5 hooks right here. Wait here. Jump over the shark, jump over the plane. Hit the shark here. Same there, there's another plane. Jumping and running is generally a little bit faster than swinging. Not by much, though.
You don't want to be in the way when
So I put my foot right here in front of the red ball, and then up whip the entire time. I took a little hit of damage, but that's fine. If you don't get rid of all 8 of the shield orbs that are going around him, he disappears, and you go through another 8-second cycle, I think, and that adds a lot of time. Here's the first RC level. The RC levels are both the best and the worst levels in the game. They're pretty fun, but if you crash, you spin out really horribly, and the controls are very sensitive. I should have just been going straight there. That was my mistake. Didn't lose much time over it, though. There are certain batteries you can skip when you hit Buzz. You have to hit Buzz, but you can skip some of the batteries. The first 2 you can skip. This one you might want to take. Actually, that one is probably more important. This one right up here, because of the straightaway, you do want to refill and get the battery right there, and then you can skip the next 2. Or actually, it's just this one. You want to hug the top edge, and then just swerve to get them right there. Run Rex Run is mostly just... Oh no, this is Revenge of the Toys, sorry. For first you want to just climb that shelf and then just drop at this shelf. Just go cross over with one platform. Climb this block. Just go straight to the toy box on the shelf right there. It's a little bit of a tricky jump. Go straight to the dresser and then just cross over. You don't even need to climb the shelf. Climb this shelf, the first shelf right here. And that's 1, 2, 3 platforms, and then jump down at the shelf. You want to jump over the robot, but be careful, you get hit by the plane, like I did. Cross over that first toy box, climb the shelf, then it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 platforms, jump right, but then to avoid getting hit by that plane, you want to just let go of the right button. I did not do that. That was my mistake. So now this is Run Rex Run. This is mostly just memorization and pattern recognition. Not much advice I can give you here, just that you might want to stay to the center. Just kind of... What I do is I use the music to give me a sense of when RC is going to come from the left. I kind of relate the sounds of RC screeching to where I am in the song. You don't necessarily need to get all the stars. I'm collecting them to get more health points at the end of the levels, but if you're a good enough player, you probably won't need it. Because it also adds a bonus stage if you get enough stars, and some people prefer to just skip the bonus stage. Right here, the pattern right here is 2 whips to the left. Will get buzz pretty quick. If you try to collect all the stars like I do, then it's 2 hits to the right. You gotta time it right, of course. All the way back here, then it's 2 whips and then a jump whip to the right. Collect the stars. And the same thing, it's 2 whips and jump whip to the right. So here's the bonus stage. You just skip it, and it adds about 4 seconds. Not too much, but some players prefer to skip the stars altogether and then save that 4 seconds. This is a tricky level not to take damage, because there's a lot coming at you. It's a little bit long, and it's got it has no checkpoints, so you want to be very careful on this level not to take damage as much as possible. I jump over the soda cans just to save a couple of frames. Makes it a little bit easier to cross over, but it's not a huge difference. I did take my 1 hit of damage. I got 1 hit point left. It's gonna be tough for me, but I can do it. I think it's random where the kids are coming from. If it's the left or right, it's much more favorable that they be coming from the left because you get more of a chance to see them coming, get more time to duck. You can also just continue moving. This level is probably my favorite when I'm not speedrunning. When I am speedrunning, it's really, really difficult. There are so many opportunities to take damage here. some of it is almost inevitable. So I took a hit of damage right there. That's kind of intentional, though, because there is a checkpoint coming up right here. I don't want to just kill myself right there so that I start out again with full health immediately and just cross over through the propellers with the temporary invincibility when you start up the stage from the checkpoint. There's a checkpoint here, but if you have full health and you know what you're doing, might as well save a couple seconds by not going for it. There's a way to avoid that damage, but I screwed it up. This you kind of want to damage boost through. I missed my opportunity to do it. Otherwise, if you're not fast enough, you'll take 2 hits. That one I did just damage boost through. I just decided to cross over, take the damage. Careful here. You kind of jump through some of these. It's a little tricky. This is where you're inevitably going to take some damage. It's very, very tricky. I ducked at the very last second. I might have taken damage if I didn't do that. That would have killed me and killed the run. Not a whole lot to say here. This is the 3D level that they included because this was late in the Genesis's lifespan, so they wanted to show off how cool their technology was. And at the time it was awesome, but now it's a bit primitive. It's fastest if you try not to turn around like that. If you stick to just going forward and backwards, and not just stopping to turn around, that does save some time. I haven't been able to get faster than 1:30, I believe. I lost a little bit of time there. I was being a little finicky about sensing if it was if I had grabbed it or not. So I usually have 96 seconds left at the end of it, but yeah, I just lost 3 seconds. So the claw, I have a bit of a strategy. I think saves a little bit of time. Not significant, but what I do is for the first 2 coins that Sid puts in, I let the claw come over all the way to the left, and I free Buzz immediately. It has to be as soon as the claw reaches the top. If you try to hit it while it's raising Buzz, it doesn't work. This one, again, he comes all the way to the left and then goes back towards Buzz. For the 3rd coin, this one up here, once again, he does come all the way to the left before going back right to Buzz, but I let him take Buzz a little bit closer to the right, because for the last 2 coins, he doesn't bother going all the way to the left first. He just goes straight for Buzz. So you want to make those last 2 cranes as quick as possible. Just have them come straight from the right really quick. This stage, very easy to take damage. It takes a lot of practice. These fireballs are random which direction they go in. That makes it very difficult. I had to time that right just to make sure I didn't have to go back and forth to avoid the fireballs. Some people choose to damage boost through these yo-yos. I think that's very risky. That's why I'm not doing it here. Again, I just barely timed it right so that I avoided all the fireballs. You can jump over 2 of these yo-yos to get that star, but it's easy to take damage, so again, it's pretty risky. Here's the checkpoint. I'm gonna kill myself so that I come back with full health. I am going to damage boost through some of these yo-yos. Gonna start with these first 3. Gonna take 1 hit. I'm not gonna bother with that one. That's only 1. Gonna damage boost through the first 3 here as well. I went through that one I should not have because there's a straightaway after that, so I only avoided 1 hit of damage. It didn't really matter. Yeah, I wasn't invincible for any other hits, so it didn't really make a difference. That last yo-yo you do have to jump over, just to save time. I'm going to kill myself here too because I do want full health for this stage. This is very tricky as well. I don't know if the cans are random. The fireballs are. That makes the stage very, very tricky. I swung from the wrong hook, so I lost a little bit of time there. It is a trick to land on one of the platforms and then jump to skip a couple of the hooks. I made the same mistake again. I went for the wrong hook. That was a mistake. I should have jumped over that scorpion, but that was just a physical error. And this stage isn't going too well. I lost most of my time on this stage in Revenge of the Toys. Worth noting is that that chain that you climb on, you only have to go past 1 yo-yo and then drop down, but it's safer if you go past 2. And then you swing from 2 hooks when you get to the boombox. At this point, what you want to do is get at least 3 karate chops to both Mutant Toys at the same time. That saves a little bit of time. Here's Rollerbomb. This is similar to Run Rex Run, but way faster and more difficult. Cans come from the right, rockets and scud come from the left, and cherry bombs come from all over. It is, again, I just kind of use the music to cue me in when scud is coming, and when the end is coming, so I should know when to go to the right to save a few frames. These 3. There's gonna be 3 coming up. 3 cherry bombs. Right here. This is where scud comes. I've figured that out. There's going to be a can coming as well. Right there. In general, you still want to stay to the middle, but at that point you want to be a little bit to the left so you can jump over the cans. Staying to the middle is just safe for both this level and Run Rex Run. stay at the center right here, especially because of the cherry bombs. That's a trick because, very tricky right there. That's rockets and cans that you want to avoid. Here's the end. You want to move all the way to the right. Here's another bonus round that I usually don't get because I usually end up using all my lives. This is a pretty good run though. So this is Daytona. This is the level that's for the Genesis version only. It was excluded from the Super Nintendo version because Genesis does what Nintendo don't. Mostly just want to pick up the power cells, as many as you can. You don't need all of them. You just don't want to run out of battery. You also don't want to hit the sides of the road, or else you'll slow down. There's one power cell in particular you might want to avoid, just to make sure you don't hit the side of the road. It kind of baits you into hitting the grass. It's this one right here. I did hit the grass a little bit, but I was kind of careful about it to catch the power cell just at the very last second, and then move to the left. So there's a pattern for light my fire. You gotta just memorize it. It's left, straight, straight. Pick up the batteries. You only need one of them. Then it's left. Crash, that's bad. Straight. Straight past the barrier. Straight. You might want to pick up one of the batteries. There's one that's easier to get. After that second barrier, you turn right. Then go straight, straight, and then all the way straight. Some batteries are easier to get than others to save time. I didn't pick the most efficient batteries to go with, but I made it. This one, I probably should have just killed myself just to refill my health, because it is easy to take damage on this stage. Yeah, so that cost me about 15 seconds to the fact that I didn't immediately kill myself, just to make sure I didn't die. You want to stay all the way to the left so you can react in time to the obstacles coming, but you also want to stay around the middle vertically. It is an instant death if you get pushed all the way to the left. Like if you get hit by one of those vans, it crushes you against the left side of the screen. At this empty space, that's a sign that the moving van is here. Again, you might want to use the music as a cue. Move all the way to the top, and then move all the way to the bottom right. The run ends when you lose control of Buzz and Woody, so I move all the way to the right, and time right there. So that's 24:04. Alright, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And hope you learned something. Thanks.